The atmosphere at Eicma 2025 in Milan is heating up. This year is not just a facelift or refresh of old models. It's a revolution in the world of two wheels. Amidst the roar of automotive enthusiasts and the glare of the spotlights, one name stands tall in the spotlight. Moto Guzzi. Get ready, because this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The debut of the most anticipated Moto Guzzi motorcycle at Eicma 2025. A lineup of machines ready to shake up the world with cutting-edge technology, brutal power, and a classic style that has evolved into modernity. A combination that's ready to prove this Italian legend is far from over. Moto Guzzi, the legendary Italian brand that always has a unique way of attracting attention. It's not just about performance, but about spirit. The Italian spirit full of character, tradition, and the courage to go against the grain. Moto Guzzi isn't just a manufacturer. It's an icon built on a long history dating back to 1921 in Mandello del Lario, right on the shores of beautiful Lake Como. From Grand Prix circuits to cross-continental journeys, their transverse V-twin engines have always been a signature feature that no other brand can match. One of the most memorable masterpieces in Moto Guzzi's history is the Griso, a muscular roadster that first appeared in 2005. Long, bold, and full of that quintessential Italian masculine aura. With its 1,200 cubic centimeters quattro valvole engine, the Griso is not just a naked bike, but a symbol of lifestyle. The roar of its engine not only pumps adrenaline but also sends a message. This is not a motorcycle for everyone, it is a motorcycle for those who dare to be different. And now, imagine all the essence of the Griso, style, charisma, and power, brought into the modern era with a touch of today's technology and aggressiveness. From this, a vision was born that shook the world, the Moto Guzzi V120 Meisto. Looking at the render, one word immediately comes to mind: fierce. The design lines are sharper, wilder, and far more futuristic than the Griso. The tank is sturdy, the tail is tapered in Street Fighter style, and the bright red trellis frame steals the show. The round LED headlights are retained to maintain Moto Guzzi's classic DNA, but now they are wrapped in a modern aura that is ready to challenge its European supernaked rivals. The large diameter upside-down suspension and exposed rear monoshock give it a battle-ready look, not just a bike to show off at a cafe. Unlike the previous air-cooled generation, Meisto envisions Moto Guzzi's latest liquid-cooled transverse V-twin engine. This means it's not only more powerful but also ready to meet emission standards and challenge supernaked kings like the Ducati Street Fighter, KTM Super Duke, and Aprilia Tuono. This is no longer just an elegant Guzzi, it's a wild, untamed, speed-hungry Guzzi. However, it is important to note that the Moto Guzzi V120 Meisto is still a rendering by visionary Italian designer Oberdan Bezzi. But if we look at history, it is often wild ideas like these that inspire manufacturers to create something unexpected. So the question now is, will this be the future of Moto Guzzi? Is the Meisto worthy of becoming the spiritual successor to the Griso in a more brutal and modern version? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget, the automotive world is always evolving, and we're on the front lines to witness it. From the classic era to the modern age, one of the most popular lines is the Moto Guzzi V9. This motorcycle is known as a flexible model, combining the classic Italian cruiser style with the comfort of daily riding. However, as times change, the imagination and creativity of designers continue to drive new interpretations. One such concept is the Moto Guzzi V9 Europa, an idea that seeks to blend tradition with modern technology. In terms of design, the V9 Europa features bold, aggressive lines while retaining the elegant aura characteristic of Moto Guzzi. The metallic green color is combined with silver and black accents, creating a premium yet sporty feel. The front end looks sturdy with a tall windshield and futuristic dual headlights, giving it a modern touring look that is ready to conquer European highways. Moving on to the engine, this concept still carries the Moto Guzzi DNA with its iconic transverse V-twin. However, its modern look hints at improved performance, efficiency, and a more optimal cooling system. The large diameter telescopic front suspension is combined with an Öhlins shock absorber at the rear, showing a high-performance orientation and stability when cornering. Dual front disc brakes with radial calipers ensure maximum braking, in line with today's sport touring motorcycle standards. Not only that, the graphic details on the body depict a combination of tradition and modernity. From the aerodynamic tank, slim yet ergonomic seat, to the eye-catching engine placement, all elements are designed in harmony. The Moto Guzzi V9 Europa seems to blend historical heritage with modern technology into a visually stunning package. However, it's important to note, this motorcycle is not an officially launched model by Moto Guzzi, but merely a design concept born from the imagination of renowned designer Oberdan Betzi. Among its legendary models, Moto Guzzi also once tried to capture the attention of younger generations with a compact motorcycle called the Eaglet. This motorcycle was born in the 1990s as a lightweight, simple, and affordable entry-level bike, aimed at beginners who wanted to experience the thrill of riding a Guzzi-style motorcycle. Although not as popular as the V7 or California, the Eaglet still holds a special place in Moto Guzzi's history as it served as a gateway for many young riders. Now, with the passage of time, a concept has emerged that revives that name, the Moto Guzzi Eaglet Scrambler 350. Envisioned for 2026, this motorcycle features a bold scrambler design that blends classic retro charm with modern touches. Visually, we can see the signature Moto Guzzi design elements. A simple fuel tank with bold lines, a flat classic-style seat, and high-mounted dual exhaust pipes that emphasize its true scrambler identity. Technically, this concept features a modern 350 cubic centimeters engine, combined with classic telescopic front suspension wrapped in protective rubber, dual rear shocks with reservoir tubes, and spoke rims covered with Dunlop dual-purpose tires. All of this is designed to ensure the bike remains comfortable on paved roads while still being rugged enough for light off-road use. Completing its identity as a modern scrambler are LED lights, a minimalist digital instrument panel, and a modern disc brake system. However, it should be noted that this motorcycle is not an official Moto Guzzi product, at least not yet. The Eaglet Scrambler 350 is merely a design concept by motorcycle sketch maestro Oberdan Betzi, an Italian designer known for his modern interpretations of legendary motorcycles. This concept is a vision of what it would be like if Moto Guzzi were to revive the Eaglet name with a modern scrambler twist. Ultimately, will Moto Guzzi dare to turn the Eaglet Scrambler 350 into reality? Only time will tell. In the meantime, we can enjoy the concept visuals as a reminder that the classic spirit of Moto Guzzi remains alive and ready to embrace the future. The V100 Mandello, first launched in 2021, has now been reinterpreted by renowned designer Oberdan Betzi into something different, the Moto Guzzi V100 California. This version removes the front fairing, replaces the center section, and presents a more classic look. Round V9-style headlights, higher handlebars, a relaxed footrest position, and a distinctive cruiser-style fuel tank, all combine to create a strong retro vibe. The rear has also been redesigned with a lower silhouette, while classic-style exhaust pipes reinforce its true cruiser character. Behind its calm appearance, the 1,042 cubic centimeters 90-degree V-twin engine still beats with 115 horsepower and 105 Newton-meters of torque. The chassis is designed for long-distance touring, yet remains low to feel agile in corners and stable at high speeds. This concept proves that even with a sport tourer base like the V100 Mandello, Moto Guzzi is still capable of creating something truly different. The question now is, what's next for the V100 platform? After debuting as a sport tourer, could Guzzi expand its lineup into other segments? Perhaps a cafe racer, or a modern cruiser like the one we see in this render? The name California isn't without reason. Back in the day, Guzzi had a large touring model with a 1,400 cubic centimeters engine called the California, and now this concept seems to be its modern reincarnation. Slimmer, lighter, yet still full of character. Harley-Davidson has already created modern cruisers such as the Nightster, so why not Moto Guzzi? If this concept becomes a reality, the world of modern classic motorcycles will have a new star ready to hit the streets. Introducing the Moto Guzzi V100 California, a combination of historical heritage and future vision in an elegant package full of Italian character. This adventure motorcycle introduces new technology for Guzzi, lightweight, rugged, and full of vintage style. But the world keeps moving, and Guzzi knows that a new generation of riders needs something wilder. Something that ignites adrenaline on sandy trails, dirt tracks, and in the midst of unlimited freedom. From that vision emerged the Moto Guzzi V90 Tijana Racer, a modern interpretation of Italian adventure spirit, wrapped in the inspiration of California's hot, challenging desert landscapes. In terms of design, the V90 Tijana racer looks aggressive and assertive. Its body lines are rigid and muscular, yet still elegant. Moto Guzzi's signature red color is combined with carbon fiber accents on the fork leg guards, side panels, and exhaust, creating a premium and lightweight impression. There is no large windshield, only a prominent round headlight, as if to emphasize that this motorcycle needs no frills. The rear end is sleek, highlighting its true enduro form, ready to tackle any terrain. Beneath its rugged appearance lies a new mechanical heart, an 853 cubic centimeters V-twin engine derived from the V85 TT, but tuned for more aggressive performance. Around 80 horsepower is delivered more spontaneously, supported by electronic fuel injection and Guzzi's signature air cooling system. Its character is responsive yet smooth, perfect for riders who want power without losing control. Long travel suspension at the front and rear is designed to handle rough terrain, while dual disc brakes provide maximum control at high speeds. The Moto Guzzi V90 Tijana racer is not just a motorcycle. It is a manifestation of the spirit of adventure. This motorcycle was not created for those who simply want to show off, but for those who want to feel the wind, the sand, and true freedom at the end of the throttle. An evolution of tradition, proving that Moto Guzzi still knows how to make the world turn its head. We all remember the debut of the V100 Mandello, the motorcycle that marked Moto Guzzi's 100th anniversary. A breakthrough with the world's first adaptive aerodynamic design, a powerful liquid-cooled compact block engine, and the perfect balance between touring comfort and sporty spirit. It was born as a motorcycle of the future, without abandoning its heritage. But what if that comfort were replaced with something wilder, more aggressive, and more daring? Here it is, the Moto Guzzi V100 Mandello Cafe Racer 2026. A motorcycle that is entirely different. Imagine, the touring motorcycle known for being friendly for long journeys has now undergone a complete transformation with a rebellious aura. The relaxed riding position has been replaced with low clip-on handlebars, giving it the true feel of a cafe racer. The large protective fairing has been simplified, replaced with a minimalist body featuring classic round headlights, the true icon of cafe racer style. For true enthusiasts, this design clearly evokes nostalgia. It seems to take us back to the golden era of the Moto Guzzi Le Mans, the legendary motorcycle from the 70s and 80s. A pure, uncompromising cafe racer that offers a direct riding experience, rider, engine, and road, without filters. And now, the V100 Mandello Cafe Racer arrives as its spiritual successor. Its spirit remains the same, full of attitude, full of character, and full of Italian pride. Unfortunately, for now, all of this is still just a digital creation by Kentoro's design. However, even as a rendering, it has managed to spark imagination and excitement, making us wonder, will Moto Guzzi ever bring this modern cafe racer to life?
Entering the 21st century, the name Moto Guzzi still stands tall as a symbol of heritage, but is also challenged to innovate. And this is where legendary designer Oberdan Betsy enters the story. Betsy is known as a master of automotive design, often presenting brilliant concepts that blend classic DNA with a vision of the future. From his hands emerged the Moto Guzzi F45 TT, a dual-sport motorcycle with a modern aura and a strong retro spirit. Just look at the design. A bold red tubular frame, a muscular Moto Guzzi-style tank, gold upside-down front suspension ready to tackle off-road trails, and spoke wheels wrapped in dual-purpose tires. This is not just a motorcycle, but a reinterpretation of Moto Guzzi in the world of aggressive light adventure. The engine depicted in this render retains Moto Guzzi's mechanical identity, but is sleeker and more efficient, perfect for the new era. Entering 2026, the Moto Guzzi F45 TT concept is becoming increasingly relevant. The motorcycle world is increasingly hungry for dual-sport motorcycles that are not only tough on dirt roads, but also comfortable to use in urban areas, drawing direct inspiration from Moto Guzzi's long history. Betsy provides a glimpse of what the future of the brand could look like if it dares to step outside its comfort zone. The Moto Guzzi F45 TT is not just a digital sketch, but a statement that Moto Guzzi could bring something truly fresh, different from the line we know today. And if this concept actually materializes in 2026, then we could witness the birth of a new chapter for Moto Guzzi, a lightweight, powerful, and stylish Italian adventure machine. This is the Moto Guzzi F45 TT, the creation of Oberdan Betsy. From its long history spanning over a century to the possibilities of the future in 2026, this motorcycle symbolizes how tradition and innovation can come together in a form that captivates the hearts of two-wheel enthusiasts.
Remember the name El Dorado? It's not just a motorcycle, it's a symbol of freedom. Endless roads, leather jackets whipped by the night wind, and a spirit that refuses to be commanded. With its distinctive fenders, low silhouette, and the stirring beat of its V-twin engine, the El Dorado never asks for attention, it demands it. But Moto Guzzi isn't a brand that lives solely on the romance of the past. They've proven their mettle with the V100 Mandello, the world's first motorcycle with adaptive aerodynamic technology. 115 HP from a liquid-cooled compact block engine, wrapped in Italian electronic ingenuity, smooth, yet deadly. Then the big question arises. What if the classic spirit of El Dorado was injected with the heart of Mandello V100 technology? What if old-school charisma met modern brutal performance? Here's the answer. Moto Guzzi V100 El Dorado 2026. An Italian muscle cruiser that combines nostalgia and adrenaline in one aggressive package. Its silhouette is bold, its tank muscular, its tail cut short, its low wide handlebars ready to invite you to duck down and dominate the road. The V100 engine is displayed without compromise, with striking copper-finished cylinder head fins. Twin-high exhaust pipes, like a wild beast holding its breath before pouncing. USD suspension, radial Brembo calipers, a single swing arm revealing a thick rear wheel, and 10-spoke alloy wheels styled like turbine blades. This isn't a laid-back cruiser, it's an Italian-accented muscle bike. Unfortunately, for now, this is still a digital render by Oberdan Betsy. But if Moto Guzzi actually brings this to Eicma 2025, brace yourselves. The highways might soon have a new king. Entering the 1970s, Moto Guzzi made another breakthrough with the introduction of the V7 Sport, an iconic motorcycle that became a symbol of highway speed. Interestingly, this spirit was revived when Moto Guzzi released a modern edition of the V7 Sport in 2024 as a tribute to its legendary classic design. Featuring a 750 cubic centimeters V-twin engine and a low-slung frame designed for high-speed stability, the V7 Sport is not just about performance but also embodies the elegant, bold, and distinctive Italian style. And now, that spirit is reborn in a more aggressive and spirited modern form. The Moto Guzzi V8 Sport 2026, an evolution of the latest V85 engine platform. This motorcycle carries the aura of a classic cafe racer, but wrapped in a sharper, more modern design. The transverse V-twin engine configuration remains a strong Moto Guzzi identity, but now polished with smoother engine response, strong torque, and ready to speed down highways and mountain roads. Visually, the bright green color with red and black accents immediately catches the eye. This combination is not just a color scheme, it's a statement. The red tubular frame stands out, showcasing the sturdy structure characteristic of Italian sport bikes. The front suspension looks robust with a telescopic design, while the rear is equipped with dual shocks featuring red springs, emphasizing the retro vibe yet ready for quick cornering. The straight-style dual exhaust adds an aggressive touch, and the minimalist flat seat offers a riding position focused on performance, as if inviting the rider to lean forward, open the throttle, and feel the vibrations of the iconic V-twin engine. The Moto Guzzi V8 Sport 2026 is more than just a motorcycle. It's a blend of racing heritage and future ambition. A complete package for those who love classic style but refuse to compromise on modern technology and performance. The Moto Guzzi V120 Bellagio arrives as a modern interpretation of the same authenticity, but with more power and a bolder attitude. Just look at its shape, a beautifully curved tank, short tail, large dual exhaust, and a confident stance that exudes self-assurance. If it comes to fruition, this motorcycle may feature an upgraded V100 Mandello engine with a displacement of 1,200 cubic centimeters, delivering approximately 120 horsepower and 115 Newton-meters of torque. These figures promise performance that is not only powerful but also full of emotion. Oberdan Betsy's design is tempting with its blend of cafe racer and modern cruiser styles. Wide handlebars, center foot pegs, sturdy front suspension, and spoked wheels all speak to one thing: this is a motorcycle to be enjoyed. Not on the highway, but on mountain curves, where the sound of the engine blends with the wind and the scent of warm asphalt. The matte green color, Brembo brakes, and classic silhouette make the V120 Bellagio look like a tribute to the past, yet it stands tall, looking toward the future. The Moto Guzzi V120 Bellagio is not a motorcycle that seeks to imitate anyone else. It does not try to be a Harley, nor does it need to challenge Ducati. It simply wants to be itself, an Italian cruiser with a genuine, powerful, and vibrant character. In a world of increasingly uniform modern motorcycles, the presence of a bike like this serves as a reminder that passion, emotion, and authenticity still have a place in the world of machinery. This is Moto Guzzi, the beating heart of Italy that never stops beating.
Entering the 1980s, the name NTX was born as a symbol of adventure. The first generation Moto Guzzi NTX was known as a tough motorcycle for long distances, ready to tackle both on-road and off-road terrain. With its sturdy design, high suspension, and long-range capability, the NTX became an icon for explorers seeking unlimited freedom. This motorcycle was not just a vehicle, but a true partner for traversing Europe's rugged roads and North Africa's legendary routes. Since then, the name NTX has been inextricably linked with the spirit of adventure in Moto Guzzi's DNA. Time marches on, but Moto Guzzi never strays from its roots. Entering the modern era, the V85 TT was born, an adventure bike that successfully revives the spirit of the NTX with a touch of modern technology. The 850 cubic centimeters transverse V-twin engine, retro-futuristic design, and comfort for long-distance touring all prove that Moto Guzzi still has teeth in a segment now dominated by Japanese and German players. The V85 TT successfully paved the way for a more aggressive, modern concept ready to face the future. Now, as we approach 2026, renowned designer Oberdan Betsy presents a concept called the Moto Guzzi V85 NTX 2026, an adventure motorcycle designed not only to continue the legacy, but also to meet the challenges of the times. Its design is fierce with bold lines, a tall windshield, and a combination of red, white, and black colors that exude the aura of a true rally bike. The signature Guzzi V-twin engine remains at its core, equipped with the latest technology promising better efficiency, more powerful performance, and modern electronics ranging from riding modes, traction control, to advanced ABS for all conditions. The Moto Guzzi V85 NTX 2026 is not just a concept, but a symbol of evolution, drawing from nearly a century of heritage, from the NTX of the 80s to the modern V85 TT. A new interpretation is born, ready to challenge the global adventure world. With its unique transverse V-twin engine and design that blends nostalgia with modernity, the Moto Guzzi V85 NTX 2026 has the potential to become a new icon for touring and adventure enthusiasts. Moto Guzzi demonstrates that while the world may change, true identity remains timeless. This is the bold, sophisticated Italian spirit, ready to conquer new horizons. We're talking about inspiration from a legend, the 1974 Stornello Scrambler. In its day, this motorcycle was a symbol of freedom and versatility. With its lightweight capacity, the Stornello was a loyal companion of riders who wanted to conquer dirt trails on the weekend, then cruise leisurely on the highway the next day. Born in the early 60s, it peaked in the mid-70s before production was eventually discontinued. However, its legacy never truly faded. The Stornello is still remembered as a small motorcycle with a tough character, sturdy style, and pure riding feel, a DNA that is now being revived to a new generation. Introducing the Moto Guzzi V85 Stornello 850, the star of 2026. From its appearance, this motorcycle truly revives the spirit of classic scramblers. Just look at the iconic teardrop-shaped tank, adorned with a combination of shiny metal and deep golden yellow paint. Its bold lines flow smoothly to a comfortable flat seat. The front end is simple yet functional. Classic round headlights, thick fork guards, and minimalist fenders that emphasize its true scrambler character. Not to be overlooked, the The spoke wheels with aggressive tires prove that this bike is not just a cafe showpiece, but ready to tackle any terrain. From the side, the appeal is even stronger with a high-mounted dual exhaust system that blends with the frame and remains secure even when taken off-road. This design clearly reminds us of classic scramblers that are always ready for adventure. The rear is sleek with short tail, tiny LED lights, and minimal overhang to maintain its aggressive silhouette. These small details make the V85 Stornello 850 a motorcycle that is not only beautiful to look at but also functional. It is a harmonious combination of retro romance and modern needs that is truly tempting. However, there is one thing to note. For now, the Moto Guzzi V85 Stornello 850 is still just a digital rendering created by designer Kentoros on Instagram. Even so, seeing such a cool design, it seems that Guzzi fans around the world are hoping that Moto Guzzi will dare to bring it to life. If it is indeed released, the V85 Stornello 850 could become one of the most intriguing modern scramblers on the market, a motorcycle that is not just a means of transportation, but also a symbol of lifestyle, historical heritage, and true riding freedom. So, will Moto Guzzi bring to life? Only time will tell. Recently, the motorcycle world has been shaken up by the arrival of the Honda CB1000 FSE, a modern cafe racer-style naked sport bike that combines the power of a 4-cylinder engine with retro design elements. With its muscular fuel tank, round LED headlights, and slightly forward-leaning riding position, the CB1000 FSE successfully captures the essence of 1970s, 1980s cafe racing, then packages it with modern technology, such as premium Showa suspension, Brembo radial brakes, and a full-color digital instrument panel. This motorcycle isn't just powerful, it also exudes a charisma that's hard to ignore on the road. Meanwhile, the Triumph Thruxton 400 proves that the classic British cafe racer DNA can be brought into the mid-engine segment without losing its identity. Adopting the legendary Thruxton design lines, this 400 cubic centimeters version features a slim fuel tank, a signature single-seat saddle, and minimalist fairings that exude the aura of 1960s cafe racing. Despite its smaller engine capacity, the Thruxton 400 retains Triumph's signature build quality and modern technology, including ABS, precise fuel injection, and a lightweight frame for agile handling in urban environments and winding roads. Amidst the spotlight on Honda and Triumph, there's one name that brings a visual surprise: Moto Guzzi F66SX. Although still a concept, this motorcycle successfully combines Italian design elegance with the fierce attitude of a street fighter. The red and black color scheme with gold rims and upside-down suspension makes it look ready to challenge the dominance of major manufacturers. Oberdan Betsy's design offers a glimpse of how Moto Guzzi could enter the retro-modern naked sports segment with a distinctly unique style. Interestingly, the F66SX is more than just a visual experiment. It draws inspiration from the Moto Guzzi Stornello, the legendary lightweight motorcycle from the 1960s that once served as an icon of Italian scramblers. This means there is a clear connection between the past and the future here. While Honda and Triumph are playing in their established territories, Moto Guzzi has the potential to open a new chapter in this segment with a more artistic and unique design aesthetic. So, while Honda brings the spirit of cafe racing to the present and Triumph upholds the dignity of British classics, the Moto Guzzi F66SX emerges as an elegant challenger that blends heritage with future imagination. The question remains, will Moto Guzzi dare bring this motorcycle from the drawing board to the road? If so, the competition in the retro-modern segment will heat up even more. Thanks for watching.